say power, this is a measure of how much work can be performed in a given time. So, minameasure in kung ano kadabo ang work na naubra sa isang ka amount of time or sa given amount of time. So, when you say work, this is lifting some weight against sa pull sa ating gravity. So, the heavier the weight or the higher it is lifted, the more work has been done sa among given amount of time. So, the same goes na siya sa ating electric circuit. So, sa electrically speaking, power is a combination of both voltage and current in a circuit. Ang voltage na is analogous or comparable sa work na performed, and the current is also comparable sa amount of time na gintingo ang ating work. So, they are both involved sa ating power electronics. So, power electronics is a branch of electrical engineering which deals with power conversions from one form to another form using inductors, capacitors, and semiconductor devices. So, we don't only deal with power sa power electronics, but mainly sa power conversion from one form to another form. Okay, so we also have types of power electronic circuits. So we have many types of power electronic circuits, but mainly, most commonly nakikita is ang ating rectifiers, which converts fixed AC to variable AC. So when you say fixed, constant na siya ang voltage na ilang ginahamon. So when you have 220 volts AC, that means 220 volts ang ginahamon. And when you say variable naman, adjustable na siya or ma-adjust na ang voltage, which could be used sa mga power circuits that also requires different voltage. Pero one at a time mo lang sila magamit. So next is ang ating mga choppers. Ang choppers na naman nag-convert fixed DC to variable DC. Next is ang ating inverters which converts DC to AC, which have variable amplitude and variable frequency. So you can convert variable DC to variable AC. And sa ating voltage regulators, converts fixed AC to variable AC. And ang ating cycloconverters, nag-convert fixed AC to variable AC. So, ang pinaka-common na makita mga applications sa ating na power electronics is sa ating na power supply. So, when you say power supply, this is an electrical circuit that converts some form of energy to electrical energy, which provides power to any from electronic devices. So, ating mga power supplies, most na yung nakita are rectifiers na convert AC to DC. So, we also have types of power supplies. So, ang most common na is ang unregulated linear, regulated linear, pero-resonant, and ang ating switch mode power supplies. So, when you say unregulated linear, these have a design that delivers the expected output at a given current, but this does not always reflect the actual voltage output. So, ginadeliver niya ang expected na output, pero hindi steady ang ginahabol niya ang voltage, since it either drops or rises unexpectedly due man sa shift or fluctuation sa current na ara sa circuit. Since wala man nagamatter ang slight na change ng voltage sa iba na application, mas na may siya gamitin due to its low cost or comparatively, tigutay lang ang iyang components na ginagamit. Pero ang major disadvantage na lang is that it provides uneven voltages. But be careful lang kami sa mga electronic devices that needs a constant voltage and kinanglan nyo na is ang regulated power supply. So, these are mostly used in simple and electronics. May nakita mo na siya sa iyang circuit diagram. So, it only has transformer, ang rectifier circuit, ang filter capacitor, and ang feeder resistor. And you already converted your AC. Let's review the resistor. This is a standard high-value resistor na gina-use to discharge the capacitor para sa safety purposes. Since this can off ang power supply, may bilhin pa na sila na charge sa capacitor which can give electric shock sa kung sino ang accidental ulit sa terrain. Okay, so next is ang regulated linear. So, ang regulated linear have the same parts sa unregulated power supply but may addition lang siya sa voltage regulator. So, ang voltage regulator ensures na ang inyong output is uniform and unchanging regardless of the input. So, wala nag-drop or nag-surge ang inyong output since you have a regulator na nakikita sa iya. Mostly, ang regulator is an integrated circuit. Which is placed sa ating circuit diagram. So you can see here, parehas na sila circuit diagrams unregulated, but with the addition of voltage regulator na nagka-pasmoothan pagit sa ating filter capacitor and ang ating output capacitor which nag-optimize pagit or nagkapananan sang adi sa ating voltage para wala na sa ripples or any changes sa iyang output bago magwa. So next is ang ferroresonant. Ang ating ferroresonant naman are transformer-based power supplies that use a resonant circuit and nonlinear magnetic properties to provide a stable output voltage over a broad range of input voltages. Okay, so ang ating resonant can establish sa isang condition of being able to have a stable frequency sa circuit which is designed to base ang resonance. Usually, may upod na siya na capacitor and inductor which you can see sa iyang circuit diagram. Ang iyong transformer may upod na capacitor and inductor na connected together which when connected together they exchange energy between each other and create a resonance or nagabalik-balik effect. So last is another SMPS or switch mode power supply. So you may be familiar with SMPS. This is the most since this is ang ginagamit sa ating mga desktop computers. So this is a type of power supply that uses semiconductor switching techniques rather than standard linear methods to provide the required output voltage. So this semiconductor switching technique kaka-achieve siya by internally switching ang transistor between sa iyang on-stage and sa iyang off-stage. So unlike sa linear, it can offer step-down, step-up, and negation sa ating input voltage. So So, nakadepende rin kung paano ang transistor switch inductor and smoothing capacitor nagka-connect sa iyang circuit. So, makita mo na sa iyang circuit, mas complicated siya yung compared sa atin niya linear ng mga power supplies. Okay, so next is ang alternate parts sa power supply. So, ang alternate power supply typically has a transformer, a rectifier, a filter, and if regulated siya, we have the regulator. So this is the block diagram for our power supply. From a supply or your input, maagi siya sa transformer which either steps up or steps down your voltage, and then gina-rectify ini or gina-convert to DC na gina-filter out ang ripples ng filter, and mas gina-purify pagit sa ang regulator ang aton niya output into DC output. So, first we have our transformers. So, transformers raises or lowers the voltage as needed. So, ang typical na ginagamit is ang ato niya step up and step down. So, when we say step up, siya talang halang yung step up, gina-transform niya ang low voltage high current AC to high voltage low current AC. So, talaga step down, gina-convert niya ang high voltage low current into low voltage high current. So, ginamaya sa step down, ang step up, ginapadakot niya. So, ang ating transformer, typically may primary and may secondary na windings. And nag-depend na kung pila ka number of turns ng ara sa atin ng primary and sa atin yung secondary, which determines kung step up siya or step down. So, if the turns ng primary, kaysa sa secondary, step down na siya. And if the turns naman ang secondary kaysa sa primary, and yung function is a step up transformer. Okay, so next is ang rectifier. So rectifier rectifiers, pina-convert niya ang alternating current or AC to direct current. So we also have like some rectifiers, and most commonly used is ang half-wave, E-wave, and alternating bridge rectifiers. So when you say half-wave, this uses a single silicone diode na nag-convert lang sa half sa alternating nag-convert lang sa half ng ating AC wave to DC. So, we have here a full na AC wave. So, ang ating na AC wave sa half wave, ang converted lang na kanya is ang iyang other half. So, ang mula ni ang iyang gina-convert na wave into wave or into DC output. Sa atin naman yung full wave requires a center tap in the secondary winding. So, ito yung full wave, gina-convert niya ng dipole na positive and negative na half cycle sa AC to DC. Bali bilog na nga AC wave ang gina-convert niya into DC. Pero, ang ato na full wave nag-require center tap sa secondary winding sa iya nga transformer. So, ang ato na transformer, mahimo na siya dual voltage. Bali, ang dual voltage may duwa ka inputs and may tatlo ka output na terminals. Sa ato naman na bridge, it uses 4 diodes to convert a full AC wave without the need for a special center tap transformer. So, wala na, hindi na kinahanglan sa center tap na transformer para ma-convert ang full na AC wave unlike sa full rectifier. So, ang bridge is actually still part ng ato na full wave, pero wala lang siya yung gagamit sa ato na special center tap transformer. Next is ang ato na filter. So, when you filters out the worst of the ripple as the electricity leaves the rectifier. So, ang ato na ginagamit as filter is ang ato na electrolytic capacitor. Since ang ato na capacitor nag-hold sa charges, gina-compensate nila ang kulang na charge kung mag-drop ang voltage and kinastore niya ang sobrang pag-drop ang electricity and kinastore niya ang sobra kung mag-surge naman ang electricity. Pero hindi niya na filter out din ang or masmudan ang magagawa mga electricity. So, gagamit kita regulator. So, ato yung regulator reduces the ripple voltages left by the filter and getting rid of any voltage surges or drops to damage devices not including power supply. So, mas kinaparify niya pagit ang voltage na nagawa halin sa ating filter. So, para steady fit and wala may makatwa or wala may ma-surge or ma-drop na voltage na mapadamage sa ating mga devices. So, this is the basics na kinanglan tamang balance